Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is Beth and welcome back to Vlogmas as well. We are now on the 22nd day of Vlogmas. Oh my gosh. So today I thought I would do a little bit of a different video for you, which is a different kind of look into one of my collections, and that is my Disney mug collection. So now that it's winter here in Chicago, I have definitely been getting even more use out of these mugs. So I personally do not like or drink coffee. I wish I did. Like, I would love the caffeine, but I just cannot stand the taste. We do drink a lot of tea in our house, but I also really just love using these mugs for like soup and other things like that. So definitely appropriate for this time of year. So I thought I would just share them with you guys. So I've divided my collection kind of into two different parts. Basically, it's like Starbucks mugs and non-Starbucks mugs. That's really what makes up most of it, and it's pretty equally split. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my non-Starbucks mugs first. So this first mug is actually my most recently acquired mug. It was a gift from Robin over at Hello Robin. She had me in a Secret Santa exchange, and this was one of the items that she gave me, and I love this. It even comes with this little Marie spoon, so definitely appropriate for tea so that I can mix in my cream and sugar. And I mean, just look at the details on this. And all of the little like tufted patterning on here actually is textured and feels 3D and tufted. Like, I just love this so much. Next, we have what is probably my oldest Disney mug, and it is this Disneyland Hong Kong one, and I love this because it is ginormous. Like, I can fit a whole can of soup in this, and it is just amazing. I love this because it actually has the skyline of Hong Kong on it, which is something that I am quite frankly obsessed with. I have quite a few things in our house that showcase the skyline because, guys, if you haven't been to Hong Kong, it is seriously probably the prettiest skyline in the world. So this features both things that I love, Hong Kong and Disney. Next, we have this mug that you guys got a little sneak peek at if you watched a video I put up the other week, and it is again from Hong Kong Disneyland. I just love how elegant this looks. It is Mickey, but he is just silhouetted by these kind of like shimmery different like particles. And then there's actually some rhinestones and things on this one. I'll admit I don't really use this one to drink a whole lot just because I love it so much, and I'm honestly afraid of like all of the little rhinestones and things falling off. It is not dishwasher safe, so that's also kind of another reason why I don't really use it, because it takes longer to take care of it. This next one is another mug that I don't use a whole lot because, I mean, it's very tiny. If you have ever been to Japan in general, you will know that their size small is generally like 8 ounces whenever you buy it. So this is like a small coffee. I feel like this wouldn't even wake anyone up with this amount of coffee in it. And I don't know, this would be a really small amount of water, or I don't know what I would honestly put in this, because it would just be like one sip and you're done. But I am just really glad to have this one in my collection. So I picked up this mug the first time I ever went to Tokyo Disneyland, and it was during New Year's. So you can see Mickey and Minnie, and they are riding on Mushu because it was 2012 Year of the Dragon. I actually have this kind of in a pin and a button form, so really love that. And there we've got Mushu with the gong that says 2012. You can see it has like Mount Vesuvius and other different park elements. And then a little Daruma Mickey over the kind of like seaport for Disney Sea. So I just love this. And then on the inside you also have Mickey and Minnie in their Daruma forms. Yeah, just a really, really pretty mug. It's just a tiny mug. These next two I will talk about together because they are obviously a set. We have a Mrs. and a Mr. mouse ear mug set. So I love the design of these because they are just very simplistic and they just look really great together. After I had asked my maid of honor to, well, be my maid of honor, she actually gifted these to me as like an engagement present, and I just love them so much. But that was a couple of years ago now, and I think they still probably make and sell these in the park. So if you know someone getting married, these are just one of the like wedding gifts that I definitely cherish most. Okay, so that was everything that is not a Starbucks Disney mug. So before I show you guys all of the Starbucks mugs, I will just start by saying I do not collect You Are Here mugs. I think we maybe have 3 or 4 others that are not Disney related. I know we have one for Chicago and LA, and I recently just picked one up when I was in Morocco earlier this year because I thought it would be cool to have one from Africa because who knows when I will get to go back. So I'm not entirely sure how this whole Disney You Are Here mug collection started. I want to say we bought our first one last year when we were in Disneyland, and then I picked up some this year when I went to Walt Disney World, and then when I went back to Disneyland this year, a few new ones had come out, and now we just have like this whole collection of them. So I think for this I will start with Walt Disney World first, and then I will move on to Disneyland. All right, I'm starting with Walt Disney World first, just because there are less mugs. So this is the Magic Kingdom mug, and it's kind of Tomorrowland theme, as you'll notice. This one is still available in the parks. Actually, all of the Walt Disney World ones are still available. This one is probably my least favorite of the entire collection. The colors, I don't know, it just looks very Mardi Gras kind of to me. The color on the inside is purple, but still glad to have it. This next one is actually what made me start buying the Walt Disney World ones. I saw this when we were down in Hollywood Studios. Toy Story Land had yet to open up, but I love that they featured the alien. I bought this as a surprise for Johnny because he was not on the trip with me. And that's basically what started it all. I thought I was only gonna buy the Disneyland ones, but then I saw this, and how could I say no to that little cute alien face? I do really like this one. I like the colors. It is very Toy Story alien themed, and the inside is this really pretty teal. So once I picked up the Hollywood Studios mug, we later went to Epcot, and I saw this one and I had to have it. It features the World Showcase, which I just absolutely love. I am a huge sucker, obviously, for anything travel related, so travel and Disney, absolutely yes. I also really like the colors on this one. You can see the main color is yellow in here. Had this been more of like the futuristic Tomorrow side of Epcot with like Spaceship Earth, I probably would not have felt as compelled to pick it up, but I just love this one. And then the last Walt Disney World one is of course Animal Kingdom, and I love this. The tiger is the cutest thing ever. We've got some Everest representation and even some Pandora, so you know that this is pretty recently designed. We've got Cali River Rapids, and for this one, I don't think the colors are exactly my favorite, but I do think they all work really well together. It's kind of this like burnt orangish red color, and it looks real good on that tiger. All right, so now we're gonna move on to Disneyland, and I am going to start with California Adventure because again, there are just less mugs from there. So this is the first ever You Are Here Starbucks Disneyland mug we ever purchased, and I love this one. It is very Paradise Pier themed, which is no longer existing, but you've got the Mickey Fun wheel. you've got the swings, you've got California Screamin'. So I think it's a really cool world of color just because a lot of these things don't exist anymore. I mean, they exist, but not really in this form. Now they're all like Pixarized with the opening of Pixar Pier. I would really love to see an updated design that has all of the Pixar Pier elements, which I'm sure they're working on. So I will definitely try to grab that whenever that releases. But I just love this one. I do like the colors. You have this nice kind of baby blue inside, and it's just a really fun mug. That one was actually the more recent of the two. This is the original DCA mug. Definitely more earthy feeling. It features the grizzly bear there. We do still have the Mickey Fun Wheel and then things like Buena Vista, which I really like, but again, something feels a lot more earthy and less California to me. It feels more like Northern California, I guess, instead of like Hollywood, beachy. This is more like going out in the woods and camping. All right, we have 4 more mugs left. They are all from Disneyland, and I'll start with the oldest one first that is retired, but then the others I'm gonna do out of order because I am going to save my favorite like prized possession mug for last. So this is the first ever Disneyland mug that they put out, and you'll notice that all of the Disneyland mugs are themed after the different lands inside the park. So this one is one of my favorites because it's obviously pretty iconic. You've got the castle on it, you have some fireworks. This one is more just like a general overview of everything. You have the train, you have Small World, and I just obviously love the colors on this. I love pink and baby blue together. I just think that this one looks really good. Like I said, this one is retired, so it's kind of hard to find at this point, but I love this one. So these next 2 that I'm gonna talk about, I actually picked up together on my most recent trip to Disneyland, which was this past July. I believe both of these are still available in the parks, so you should be able to still find them fairly easily. So this first one, again, not my most favorite, but this Disneyland mug is kind of themed after the French Quarter, so you've got Haunted Mansion, and then as you turn it and go to this side, you have Pirates of the Caribbean. I do like that they included the little dog with the keys on it. I think that is super adorable, but I would say the colors of this mug are definitely more kind of Halloween to me, with like the dark purples, the kind of chartreuse green, and the yellows. So I don't use this one a whole lot, but I do like having it for the Halloween season. The other mug that I picked up on this trip is more Adventureland themed. You'll see it's got like the tiki room and all of the birds like Barker Bird, Fritz on it. You've got Jungle River Cruise as you turn it to this side with the little hippo on it. And I love this one. I love the coloring. Definitely major Adventureland feels for this one. I think they did a great job on this. And my last mug, quick story time, I guess. When Johnny and I went to the parks last winter and we bought that first DCA mug, they also had this mug in the park. We did not pick it up because we also had to pick up a few mugs and gifts for our other friends, and we only had like our backpacks to carry on to fly back home, so we just didn't have the space. And I was like, it's okay, I'll make sure to get it next time. Like, we had already left Disneyland for the day and we're only at California Adventure, and they don't sell both mugs in both parks. You actually have to go into the correct park in order to pick up the mug. And so I left without this mug and just had major regrets about it. And then knowing that I was gonna be going back a few months later, that was like the first thing on my to-do list, was to get to Starbucks, buy this mug, and be done with it, because I just really, really wanted this mug. So I go into Starbucks and I saw the 2 mugs that I just showed you and not the mug that I was looking for. They only had it in like the little ornament, or as I call it, espresso mug type form. And so I asked the cashier about it, and she had told me that they had actually discontinued the mug like a week or 2 beforehand. And so they had gone on clearance, they were selling out super quickly, and they were just sold out and they weren't bringing it back. So I was pretty crushed about that, because this mug is just gorgeous. It took me quite a while, honestly, to track one down because people were just selling them for over $100 for like a coffee mug, which is ridiculous. I would never pay that. So luckily I was finally able to snag one, and it is just seriously my favorite Disney mug of all time. I probably don't even really use this one because I am afraid to break it because I know I could never get another one. But this mug is just like perfection to me. So like I said, the last two were themed after like the French Quarter and then Adventureland. This one is designed after my favorite, which is Fantasyland. This is just so much pastel goodness. You have Peter Pan's flight up here, you have the carousel, you have a little bit of the backside of the castle again, you have Alice's tea party, you've got Monster the Whale for Pinocchio, you have Small World peeking out, and I just think they fit so much into this mug. The colors are just totally me and my aesthetic. Pastel, everything. Pastel is life, guys. We've got this really pretty purple inside, and yeah, this mug is just everything to me. Alright, so that is everything for my Disney mug collection. I am pretty sure we are complete on all of the California Disneyland Park mugs. We have both Series 1, which is retired, and Series 2. Oh, Meeple is here. You want to say hi? He wanted to come up and say hi to you guys, so he'll hang out here. And for Walt Disney World, I only have the 4 most recent. I'm pretty sure those are all Series 2 mugs. I think there was a Series 1. I do not have any of those. I'm sure they're all retired and probably expensive. You leaving? Wait, what are you doing? Okay, he's interested in the camera. You can't see it. I know in the past year, Starbucks actually opened up in Disneyland Paris, and there are 2 mugs over there, one for each park. I would absolutely love to grab those in my collection. Bye. I would love to grab those to have them in my collection, so if you know anyone going to Disneyland Paris soon, let me know, because I just really want those. A couple of months ago, Hong Kong also opened up a Starbucks. They have yet to put out a Starbucks mug for that park, but that I feel like would be my ultimate mug to have, just because, like I said, I still feel like that's my home park. The Tokyo parks would be awesome as well. I don't think they have a Starbucks in those parks yet, so that's like a lot further down the road, but I would definitely continue to buy more of them to just keep my collection going. Like I said, I don't know why I collect the Starbucks ones in particular. I really like them. They microwave well, they're dishwasher safe, and they're just a really nice size. Plus, like, if you can see them all behind me, they just stack really nicely in the cabinet, so it's really easy to just have a lot of them and not have to worry about it. So I don't know why I ended up collecting this, but I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see some of my Disney mugs. Uh-oh. I am definitely gonna have to go and put them all back in the cabinet before this guy destroys all of them. He has now taken interest. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more Disney collection type content. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I've got a really fun video vlog style planned, so that won't be going up until later in the day just because we're actually doing the activity in the morning, afternoon, and then I'll come back and edit it and get that uploaded for you guys. And yeah. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Don't do it. People.